So in this video, you get to see us riding our bikes in our beautifully colourful attire with our lovely, yeah, save the chubby rhinos, hippos or whatever it is, unicorns, save the chubby unicorns. But yeah, we're riding bikes today, we're out and about, we're going to take some photographs that we wouldn't normally take because we can travel further and longer and less energy. So yeah, it's all about riding the bikes and getting to some places to take some pictures. I'm standing right near a photograph I'm about to take now. You'll have to watch the video to find it. But when you do find it, drop me a comment. What do you think? It's called The Fallen. We're at Ladybower and I fancied a ride on my bike because we're going to Ireland next weekend. So it's all going to be photography. But this weekend I wanted to have a little bit of pleasure as well as taking some photos. There's a place up on the reservoir, up on Ladybower, that we visited a couple of weeks ago, which will be out after this video probably. It's a bit back to front. But the water levels are so low, the tide's out immensely. It's ridiculously low and scary. We went out yesterday, as you can tell by the bikes, they're very dirty. Yes, I've got a new bike to have a look at and play with while we're out today as well, which is the Ulterior Motif. We've got a Freesky, which is pretty cool. She's a bit of a monster. But yeah, we were out yesterday having a play. We did about 35 miles and the water is incredibly low, but it structures a couple of nice photographs with all the lines and the greens coming in, and also a documentary is the fact of how low it is. Plus that structure that's in the water with all the little bricks and cones that are sticking up. It looked amazing because you can get right down next to it and take a photograph across it. So I've got my camera in my bag, I've put my camera in, I've got a little mini tripod in case I need it, but it's quite bright out there, I don't think I'm going to need it. So we're going to take a photograph of that. Plus we went up a little river and some trees and that looked quite pretty as well. So I've got a couple of photographs to show you, a couple of little places, but I just want to show you this reservoir, ride the bike, and yeah, it's going to be a good day out. Miss Marta's out as well, she's behind you. And yeah, we're donning it ready.
Morning.
We're donning it ready and we're going to go and get some breakfast first. So yeah, come on, let's go. So we did this. We did this yesterday. I told you she was with me, didn't I? We did this yesterday. We cycled down first of all to the restaurant, to the pub down here. Got ourselves a nice breakfast to share and a coffee. Visiting the little boys and toys room, and yeah, got ourselves ready to get going. It's going to be a nice ride, as you can see in some of the little clips that the dam is really, really low. We also noticed yesterday they got paddle boards out on the reservoir, so we're going to inquire about getting the paddleboard and the kayak on the reservoir at some point. That would be very interesting to try and get a couple of photographs looking from the water's edge. That would be really cool. So yeah, stand by for that one in the future. Just wanted to show you this before we get back out to it and back onto the photography side of things, but just look up the reservoir there, just look at the banks, the shoreline. Like I say, I came here a couple of weeks ago and we walked all the way along the shoreline, which was unbelievable. But now it's even lower than it was then. You know, this is just a couple of weeks ago and we've lost a lot more water. So all this beautiful sunshine that everyone's really enjoying, all these heat waves and hot summer days that we're all out there thinking, oh, what an amazing time this is. It's actually going to be a really bad time if we run out of water. And I know that sounds really stupid. How can England, how can the UK run out of water? But looking at the reservoirs at the moment, there's actually a possibility. So if you want to come down to this place, down to this location, you can actually drive down here in the car. This road's open all the way down to the main car park. And then you have to walk from the main car park. But if you go down to the main car park, there's a visitor centre where you can park up and you can walk down to the first dam. And it's not far to walk then to the location that we're heading to. So you should be all right. Use your car, drive down and come and have a look. But this dam is really, really, really low. The reservoir is low, unbelievably low. So our first little pit stop and a photograph of the drought looking Derwent water is this, the Ladybower, is straight down towards this little bridge thing. But we walked down there and there's some foundations, and if I'll put the link for the other video, I don't know if it's out yet or not, but we walked down there, but it's going green over there, which is quite disturbing. But I just wanted to take a picture of the actual emptiness. So we've got green skies and we've just got empty water, and it's all it's all about that sparse nothingness. I've got a couple of people in the foreground which isn't helping, but we'll try and accommodate the fact they're there. That was quite cool. We just stopped when I was taking that picture and I said there were some people in the photo. They were actually vlogging. They were actually doing a little bit of YouTube documentary stuff about their travels and where they are and what's going on. They said, was there a village underneath this reservoir? I said, oh yeah, there was. Used to be a church here once upon a time that you could see in low water. I only wish I got to see that. So if you've got any pictures of it, let me have a look. I would love to see what it looks like with that church sticking out the water. But I know they blew it up in the end, didn't I, for safety. Right, onwards to the next photo location. Just made another little pit stop just to take a quick photograph of this. And the reason being is because it's so dry and the blue skies, and I hate blue skies, but it's just the perfect sunlight just shining against the side to make this wall look huge and massive. And all the engineering that went into this, it's definitely worth documenting it with a photograph. It's not going to be a fancy one, but I might be able to convert it to black and white. But I think it's well worth just a nice, simple image, leading lines, left to right, deterioration and the flow back through the image, just a big wall and an open space. So the beauty of this little bag is, and having a camera in the side, is I can reach it without actually getting all my gear off. So the camera I'm using is my X-T4 and I'm at f8 and I've got my 16 to 80, which is a lovely range of lens. It's a really good travel companion. But yeah, this is big blue sky, 16mm wide open, and it is as simple as take the photograph. I'm not even going to get clever with it. It just takes you from left to right, and it just shows the vastness of that empty dam. So this was where I came to yesterday. We got the trail board up here giving you the directions and the signs, but down there, we photographed this before in the past. Down there we've got some stanchions and some wooden crisscrosses and some old timber and stuff, and it comes down this side as well. In fact, I might even see if I can scramble down and have a quick look down there while Miss Marta looks after the bike, get a photograph going that direction as well, because I think that'd be really, really tasty. But the reason I want to document it is because you've got the structure down there, which is buried underwater normally, under gallons and millions of litres of water, and then you've got the dam up in the distance as well, which is looking beautiful, perked up there in the trees. But I know there's a big divide, but the emptiness really does show in this image how the banks are sloped down, and you can see all the underneath the water, which has not been seen for a fair time probably. Before I get my camera out as well, let me just give you a quick mention of this bike. This is the Freesky Alaska, the big fat tyre 4-inch, 26-inch wheel. I've been having a bit of play of it yesterday and I got to know it quite well. She's a bit of a monster, a bit of a beast at 40 kilos, but if you ride it well, launching it around and jumping up and down some of these ruts and on the sides of the roads, it's extreme fun to be out taking photographs with something like that, and it'll help me get to places I'm not normally going to be going to because it's either a long walk or too hard to get to, whereas the bike's really going to help us. But yeah, I'll talk a bit more about it later on, but she's a beast. Right, keeping it simple. Polarizer is on. We're going to make sure the polarizer makes the sky really, really blue in this, darkens the water down. We're going to zoom in enough to take in the water and the tree on the right hand side from my anchor. You can see the little bits on the left hand side and then the blue sky in the background. But I think I need to zoom in and get those little structures in the bottom left hand corner, and in the top right hand we've got the dam. But it's all about the emptiness of the reservoir. That's what it's about. It's about the emptiness and seeing all the shoreline. Definitely got the wrong shoes on for doing this. These are slippery, hard bottom shoes that I use on my bike. Oh God, I'm going to end up on my ass. Mind you, at least I've got my padded pants on. We're about to jump down onto the shoreline, and we've got these big stone brick structures and this wooden jetty. I mean, what was this? What was this structure here? Was there a bridge across here at some point? Was it before they blew up the village and sunk the village? Was it after? Was it part of the building of the dam? Please comment, let me know, tell me all about it if you can, because I love to hear your stories. But yeah, I'm going to get a photograph roughly from this position. So I've got a diagonal leading back that way, and then I'm going to shoot through this wood just because I can. So I've just come back up to the top after going down the bottom, and this lady here was heard me saying about this little bridge down the bottom. So say hello, you can be on YouTube, say famous as well. So this lady here, what's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel was telling me, because she overheard me talking about this, that was actually a wooden bridge, she said?
Yeah, old bridge before they built the dam. It used to have a stream coming through, and that used to be the bridge over the stream before they flooded it.
Amazing. How about that? You can still let me know in the comments if you've got any photographs for it. I'd love to see it. But yeah, that was actually an old wooden bridge. That is fascinating. Thank you for letting me know that. And she thinks she's got some pictures of little bits I haven't seen. So bye. See you in a minute. So the hydraulic brakes really do work well, and the suspension does help going over these bumpy little ruts and these tree roots. But yeah, this is really nice when it's cycling down on this rough stuff. She does a nice little job. The problem with this photograph is the sun's going to be in our face, but we'll do we'll try and get the documentary of what this is going to be. But this is unbelievable. It was a wooden bridge. Oh, I do hope you've got a photograph. Someone can send me one. Picnic.
No, just a coffee break.
Picnic. I just want to get a picture of this. I've just been told this used to be a wooden bridge.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I can never tell because I do YouTube and stuff like that. You're on YouTube. Wait, say hello.
Again.
I can never tell.
Oh no, it's the other teller we're normally on.
Yeah. Cut.
Cycle shop.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? Cool. RSSC Sports do these. Do all sorts.
Mine's got a picture of donuts on.
The donuts inside this. The donuts inside this one. But yeah, no, it's good to find out stuff, you know, because you're trying to guess. Was it here originally? Was it part of building the dam?
Any further?
Well, I've been all the way around before, but
Well, there's loads of...
no, it's definitely really cool seeing the information. I need to see the old proper foundations. The lady over there was just telling us, she showed me some pictures of some of the old fireplaces and kissing benches and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So maybe come back in a few weeks' time if we don't get any rain. So the plan was for this image. We got called talking to those people. It's really nice. They've done, you know, been over here for a long time and told us some history and showed us some pictures and told us about what these other bits and pieces. We need to come back one day when this is really, really low, because I've got to show you what's down underneath this water. But yeah, this used to be the wooden bridge. I've taken a picture from this side, so you've got this big cross of the wooden stanchions, and then obviously leading over that way. And then I've also come over this side and taken one the other direction. But the problem is, like I say, you're shooting into the sunlight, so it really doesn't help. It doesn't make it any interesting because it's very dark shadows on this side. But that's the image, very simple, very nicely done. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't really do much more with it. I suppose on a sunset when the light's behind us, this would illuminate a bit more, but getting down here and looking at this, and now I know a little bit more of its history, it's brilliant. But we're now going to head up that way, more into the woodlands, and try and find some of these little dry streams and these dry sort of S-curvy cracks where the water's down to literally a trickle. dutifully, Freesky, the guys that sent me this Freesky Alaska, sent me this bike, and I just want to show you and talk about this bike just quickly in this video, just to point out what we're getting. We're getting a rear motor drive on the rear wheel. That's got 130 Newton meters of power and performance, so she's got a right good punch to her. 7 gears, Shimano gears, which is great, so you've got those gear changing. I actually got the rear rack, the mud guards came as a separate package, which I fitted on my gear channel if you want to have a look and see how that goes together, but that's a separate package. It's a dual battery, so you've got 2 batteries, one in the top frame, one in the bottom frame. They both come with 2 keys and that locks them on. And you also get this little fancy thing, which is around my neck, which I can't undo my zip, because I need 2 hands to undo my zip. But you get this little key fob that you swipe on the dash on the top, and it actually turns the power on, as well as having a key code that you can put in. So yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea, that I get like a swipe card to turn it on and off, so no one can pinch it. Lovely soft saddle, front and rear suspension, which is fantastic. The dual batteries gives you a range of approximately 160 miles, of course, if you ride it on a flat road with low power and stuff like that. But I've done about 40 odd miles so far, and we're on about 77%, 76%, and that's with using lots of power. So yeah, she's pretty good. Fat tyres, 4-inch tyres, I think I mentioned them before. The display's fantastic. You've got left and right indicators. It comes with a little light with left and right indicators. So yeah, loads of boring stuff. The interesting stuff is the distance, the power, the motors. I think they're 48 volt and a 41 volt battery. So she's pretty awesome. She's pretty powerful. She's heavy. She's a bit of a chunky beast at about 40 kilograms. But if you're riding it on roads like this, you see me bouncing it around and through the terrains, the weight actually beds the bike in a little bit. So yeah, enough ranting about that bike. Let's get off and do some more photography and find something more interesting somewhere up there in the woodland. Woo! She's a steep one. She's a bit rough already. She's a good one. Ah! What a bike. Stopped again. We stopped a little bit further up. Now yesterday when we came, you can see over there in the distance there's a diagonal, an absolutely massive diagonal with a little patch of stonework down in the bottom here, and I just love the way this disappears into nowhere. I see the rocks right up on the top there. I don't think I've ever been to them rocks as well, so I need to get up there one day. But there was a person right in the middle of the trees there that I thought looked amazing to see, this little person, but I didn't stop and take a picture. But today I am, and there is a person there today, but I don't know whether it's going to stand out. We'll have a look. No, this is lazy, just taking the camera out of your bag, taking a few photographs, jumping on and off your bike. But so this picture is more about what you see than it is being technical. So I've seen the picture, jumped off the bike. If I didn't have the bike, it wouldn't matter. It's just a case of seeing lines that go through this. I love these green textures with these angular and diagonal. It makes such a fantastic little photograph. And what's really good about it is this little patch of rocks that I just said about in the bottom right hand corner, because it adds to it. I'll put an arrow on the person, but you can't actually see the person. There's 2 of them sat on the bank over there, right between the trees, but I just can't see them because they're not standing up, which is a shame. But yeah, fantastic. The polarizer is smashing this. It really does make them greens stand out so much. It is easy to take photographs if you've got an idea of seeing a photo. I saw that from back there, shouted to Marta, pull over, stop, and away we go. It doesn't matter whether we're walking, on bikes, whether I've got a tripod or anything, that's never going to change. Stand here, take it, doesn't matter how you get here. This one's even lazier. I'm not even going to get off my bike. I'm literally just stopped by the side. I just want to take a photograph of this. I just want to take it because it's there. You've got all that bank, and it's just a little stream that's running down into the reservoir, just a tiny little stream. So again, I'm just going to quickly take my camera out, take a photograph of it. Not the best position. Ideally you could do with a drone, but it's an anti-float drone area. You're not allowed to fly drones around it because they do the low flying aircrafts. But yeah, I've just spotted in this because there's a gap between the trees. So yeah, have a look at this one, and then we'll find somewhere else, hopefully something a bit prettier. If we can find it, if we can find this little valley of mysteriousness. Say again, dear.
Excuse me?
She wanted us to stop here because in front of us has got this quite unique looking bridge. Basically what they've done is taken a lot of round funnel type things, tubes, and they've plonked them along across the river, and then they've flooded the top with concrete. It's made a bridge, obviously, before this thing was here, I would have thought, and it's just a way of letting the water through, but she said it reminds you sort of alpine-y, and I got to agree, it does. It's got a very alpine look to it. So yeah, let's get a quick photograph of this.
Also, on our group, there is a theme this week.
On the LVA group, I haven't mentioned the LVA group for a long time. Landscape Vlogtography Adventures, it's Facebook. It's a group we've got. We're trying to inspire it to get going again. It sort of fizzled a little bit.
Because everyone got lazy these days.
Yeah, so this week's challenge, we're doing weekly challenges.
Isn't it?
This one's water, isn't it? Again, this would fit the water theme. But yeah,
Well,
next week's challenge.
in a row, so we
Of course, I win twice, and most likes. But yeah, jump on there, maybe have a look, and join us in the challenge every week. It's just
going
get
to
your
bring
picture
a
up on the
comment,
banner.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'll put the link in the comments for you. So yeah, let me get a photograph of this, another lazy one, and hopefully we can find something nicer. There's got to be something around here. So slate the bike as much as you like, but by using the bike you get to take photographs you wouldn't normally take. We would not be on this trail, on this track, without the bikes. Okay, there's no way we would have walked this direction, there's no way we would have travelled this far, and there's no way I would have seen the image I've got in front of me now. I love this. I'm going to call this the Fallen. All right, you'll see exactly why it's called the Fallen when I show you it. I'm not going to give you an introduction to what it looks like on camera. I'm just going to take the photograph and put it up. This is called the Fallen. I just love the light, the shape, all the straight lines. You'll get it straight away. What a beautiful little place this is. And like I say, this is all thanks to the bike. Thank you, Freesky. Without this bike, I wouldn't have come over here today. Without this bike, I wouldn't have come down this track of this trail today. And without this bike, I wouldn't have seen this beautiful, beautiful part of Round Lady Boa. She is amazing. Up on the top there, that's all Port Castle around there, but we can't get around that far because there's a gate and a ford and a river to cross, and we can't get across. But yeah, it's not about the bike sometimes, it's not about the photography sometimes, it's not about being out. But if it wasn't for this bike, I wouldn't be doing photography here. Lazy again, not even going to get off the bike. We pulled up next to the large dam, and this is the one, I think this is the one you can go to the bottom of it and get underneath it and have a look. So we're going to go down there. There's some nice pink heather down there, so we're going to have a look at the heather down in the bottom. But yeah, just one quick photograph of the size and the scale of this thing from at the top here. I know we've got all this rough undergrowth here, there's all dying weeds and things, but just to see how low the water is on this thing is incredible. Really is. So again, it's diagonals, leading lines taking you into the image, and as simple as it is. I keep saying simple. I don't know whether it's simple or not. I keep saying it's a simple photograph because I'm not getting the tripod out. I suppose that's what it is. Right, we're going to cycle down to the bottom. One last photograph of the pretty pink heather and the back of this dam, and then or the front of the dam, and then we're done. So I didn't get far. I saw it as the other side of the dam. It's not the one you can go down the bottom of, it's the next one down. So I've just taken a picture of this as well. So yeah, See you at the next one. So this is the dam. Look at this, underneath the massive, huge dam that's just holding back all that water, or even not all that water, if you know what I mean, behind me. So I'm just going to go around now and want to get a picture with the heather, if I can. As you can see, look at all this beautiful pink heather that's just dotted around, and I think I'm going to get a nice photograph with the heather in it and the dam behind it. So we'll see how we can get on, find ourselves a little spot. I nearly crashed the bike just now. I fell off. I came around a little tiny gravel bit and I had my front tyre on and it just washed away in front of me, but I'm all right. I didn't hurt myself like I did yesterday when I dropped it standing still and it landed on my leg. Let me get a picture of the heather and the dam. Yeah, running out of steam a little bit. So this is the last one. I think I'm going to get a picture of the pinks, the dam behind it, and I could do a bit of blue sky, but the blue seems to be eluding us at the moment. So we'll see if we can get something that looks quite tasty. There's a little bit of blue there. So F8, focus on the heather. I might bracket this to keep the highlights areas just in. A little touch of blue just up the top there. Again, lazy photography. Doesn't have to be clever. It's pretty, but it's lazy.
When you keep on saying lazy photography,
There's good photography.
do you need to put a lot of effort in order to get a good picture, or can a good picture be done in a little bit of
I don't
lazy
know.
way?
I mean, I think they're good pictures. I think they're nice. I mean, this is like it's a wall hanger biscuit tin, isn't it? You know, you've got this beautiful pinks and stuff like that, haven't you? But I just think it's a lazy photography. You know, you're just pointing the camera and taking a picture.
But is it not good enough?
I think it's good enough. I think it's nice. I think it's photography. It's just the difference is you're not putting a lot of effort in. You're not looking for a leading line.
If you're not going to put a lot of effort, that doesn't mean that it's...
I think it has a slight less value because it was too easy to take, maybe. But what do you think? Drop me a comment. Is it lazy photography? Is it still as rewarding if you just walk up, take a picture, or do you have to look for it, search for it and make it work? You know, I can do that. It's just sometimes I get it easy. This is just easy. So,
Oh, it's beautiful.
it is beautiful. It's very, very pretty.
That will
Right,
do for
I'm
me.
going to do now. That's it. I'm going to be done. We've got a little ride back now to the van, and we've got to head home. It's getting late, and we've been out all day. So yeah, I'm
That's
definitely going to
2
cut
days.
it now. And this video has been plenty long enough. We've been playing on the bike. That Freesky Alaska is an absolute animal. It really is. Put it
loving
in
it,
level
though, yeah.
5. And just go for it, and it's brilliant. You can bounce it around, chuck it around. The suspension is just taking it all in its stride. I've softened the suspension so it's springy and bouncy. We've got these lovely bits of gear that we've been wearing from RSSSC as well. So yeah, it's just been a really good fun day out and playing and being able to
weekend,
get some
really.
photographs. And yeah, we were out yesterday as well. So yeah, ciao for now. See you soon. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget like and subscribe. All the usual menagerie, comments and blah blah blah.
Comments are very welcome.
We've also
always,
got a new
always.
channel as well, just out, where we're going to start doing less of this randomness and more photography on this channel, and we're going to move to another channel just to do the randomness and the adventure stuff. So please come
So
and
I'll
join
see
us
you
over
all
there.
there.
Yeah, you better do. Come and see me over there. Please join us over there because I really would like that channel to make its own footways with adventures without photography. So yeah, please come and see us over there. There'll be a link somewhere. So, ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now.